Alright, we got it. He's getting off the freeway. Alright, so it's just the tractor. Alright, I got him, Aldo. You got him?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sudano.
And I'm Jonathan Gonzalez. We're coming on the air right now to bring you breaking news. Police chasing a stolen big rig. We want to get up to Brian Andrews in News Chopper 4 with more on what we know. And Brian, we know you just got over this chase.
Yeah, so we just now found this pursuit. This is a little bit of a strange one. It's a semi-truck, but it's just the front of the semi-truck here. What we know is that Fontana PD initially started this pursuit, and they are still on this pursuit. That's a Fontana PD unit behind them. It was reported stolen. They found it. Looks like they're coming to a stop. There's a bunch of units behind as I widen out here. You can see them. They're coming up into a little bit of traffic.
Let's go straight up to Sky Fox overhead. What are we looking at? A pursuit? Where are we, Stu?
Hey, good morning, Araxia. I'm sorry, maybe Sandra. Hey, good morning. This is going to be southbound 57. That big rig definitely in pursuit. You can see it making some erratic turns right there. Just moments ago, there was a complete stop on the 57 freeway. They had the whole freeway shut down. This guy took the emergency lane and didn't even slow down. What's going on right now? Well, that's going to be the regular traffic on the southbound 57. This big rig is picking some bad freeways as far as open roads go. Who's chasing him? Well, that's going to be Fontana PD.
Seems to be staying on the freeways. He's not getting off of the freeways, so he's staying in a kind of a confined area on those freeways. Oh, looks like he's going to try
wait a minute.
Ooh.
He may have been listening.
He tried to ramp the officers there, yeah. So he almost hit that gore point. Wow. And he's getting off the freeway now, so we're going to see where he goes.
All right, whereabouts are we at, Brian, just so our viewers have a better idea as to where this pursuit is taking place?
So this is the 57 South at Yorba Linda Boulevard. It's kind of in the Fullerton area. At the top of the screen, you can kind of see that address changing a little bit. But yeah, we're kind of in the North Fullerton area.
Local law enforcement definitely aware of what's going on. Are they in the area? Probably. These red lights, this is kind of worrisome. Making a left turn right there. And again, does this guy know where he's going? Who knows? It looks like there may be somebody in the passenger seat as well. There's definitely somebody in the passenger seat. Yeah. And they're passing something back and forth, and maybe it's... Go ahead.
Is someone in the middle, too? Is that kind of a... I can't tell. Okay, well, there's definitely two people.
We've got a red light here. Let's see if he pushes his way through this intersection. Yeah, so see, he's pushing his way through there. Running that red light. Officers are following him. He just made a right-hand turn.
This does not have the agility of a sedan or even a small SUV.
Correct. And Colleen, jump in whatever you can. The monitor in the helicopter I'm in is extremely small, so I don't get the kind of detail that you're going to get at all. And if you saw that door open, that's very interesting. And we can confirm then there's a passenger.
Looks like he's going to push through another intersection that's got a red light here. Yeah, it's really unpredictable. In the past, I've usually seen these, they get a flat tire. These tires, they're tough, but they're not necessarily designed for, all the maneuvering and the constant, speeds that they're doing here. Always a toss-up as to how these kinds of things are going to end. Sometimes they just stop. All right, so now he's on the wrong side of the road. There's a median there. He just crossed onto the wrong side of the road. He's going into oncoming traffic. Not really sure why he did that. Looks like he's going to push through an intersection. I think that had a red light.
Such a big vehicle, the weight and the inertia on a vehicle like that can be so dangerous. But Josh did see someone in that passenger side seat.
Bruce, you join us on a lot of pursuits. Not many are involving a big rig tractor. Can you tell us what might be going through law enforcement's mind and tactics on how they're going to try to pull this driver over?
Yeah, as Scott was saying, the spike strip is an option, and we've seen that on the freeway, which it looks like he may be headed towards.
Swerving in and out of traffic, trying to get around some of these people, it is just so dangerous. It really, really is dangerous. It's not a light little passenger car. This can kill somebody very easily in an accident or in an incident, even a slow rate of speed. So you always are really concerned about that. It looks like we're going to get off the 91 freeway westbound before the 5, which I was talking about. So we're back on surface streets. This is going to be, I believe, off on Brookhurst. And we'll see as it makes a turn, gets on Brookhurst, in what direction they travel.
We don't know if that person who is inside that vehicle as a passenger is the driver of that big rig. When that other person, the now driver, got in.
This pursuit on the freeway for some time. No collisions. That driver seems to be very calm and very about what is going on. Doesn't seem to be stressed about any of that driving.
Definitely would take someone with knowledge to drive this. And it does appear that this person has driven one of these before. They have automatic tractors. They have manual tractors.
This is a little unusual, picking up the center and coming to a stop.
Okay.
Maybe out of fuel.
Oh, coming out.
Oh, no. He just
dropping something.
No. What did he drop there? What was that? Just a water bottle? Maybe a can of beer? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what was going on. But they definitely, like I said, they brought the dog, tails wagging. Let's see.
More than likely, they're trying to establish communication, get that individual out of that semi, and hope that doesn't happen, that they continue to roll forward. But you got a much better look than I do. Trust me, this monitor isn't that good, but it looks like he may be trying to actually speak with the deputies or the officers behind him.
Yeah, and then you see him kind of slowly making their way.
People that are doing pursuits like this oftentimes are having, some kind of situation going on that's leading to them not thinking correctly.
Not what we want to see, a big rig moving through a residential community like that in pursuit, right? So clearly just bizarre.
Law enforcement wants to end this as quick as possible with everybody's safety in mind, but the suspect now is kind of dictating the plan.
What was the craziest one? What was they're all crazy. And it is just like, where are you going? What are you doing? Definitely, I'm going to go with a male passenger. Somebody down there in an orange shirt has some kind of conversation with the folks inside the truck. I don't know if they know each other. That was a little interesting because he definitely was standing out almost in the road there for a moment. And then when the guy slowed down, and there definitely seemed to be some conversation between the passenger and that person on the roadway. So maybe they picked that neighborhood because they know somebody over here.
This is a stolen big rig with a person inside. That passenger is a possible kidnapped person. So monitoring the situation.
Pit maneuver is completely out of the question. It would not work by any means at all because of the weight of that vehicle. And right now, at least the suspect is not driving extremely erratically. The vehicle's been slowing. It looks like he's making some gestures there with his hand. And we can only hope any moment now we'll get back to where we were before. The suspect will stop. They'll start to get some communication with the officers, and they'll give themselves up.
We always seem to be waiting for the canines to show up to these pursuits or to a barricade situation.
Yeah, and when you have some smaller agencies like that, the canines are part of the regular patrol.
Back to the point of, the passenger, yes, or the driver for this matter. We don't know if they're being held against their will. But just kind of based on the body language that I saw with the windows open and this and that, leads me to believe that both of these people are considered suspects.
We're on the 5 North, although it looks like he's hopping off of it almost immediately. I don't know if that's so that's just an off-ramp. He's getting back off the freeway. So those tires, you're right. There's a lot of tires on that big rig, and he could, especially in the back, he could lose 2, 3, maybe even 4 and still have control of that vehicle. Those front tires, if they could get spike strips on those and let the air slowly out of those, that would help a lot. But also these tires, these are incredibly strong tires. They're designed to carry heavy loads for long amounts of time.
This driver does not know where they want to go. This has been kind of a mess of direction, circling around Buena Park, Fullerton, Brea. You see someone crossing the train tracks there.
Here's another on-ramp. I believe this would be the 91 freeway at this point. And he's setting up for eastbound from Knott Avenue here in Buena Park. And so the same cars are trailing right behind, which is kind of interesting. And again, I don't know who those people might be. There's a black and white behind those unmarked cars. So that's kind of interesting to me.
How do you bring this thing to a stop? How do you do it safely? They have clearly all these police departments. They have protocols. You know, you can't throw his car out in front of him or try to ram him or anything like that. I'm sure that's not on their list of, approved ways to bring a pursuit to an end. So how do they bring it to an end? And just following it, that command presence, hey, we're right behind you. You need to pull over. We're seeing it, but it doesn't seem to be working for that driver.
He's toying with the officers following him right now.
Whether the vehicle gives out on him, tires give out, or he just surrenders on his own would be ideal. It's just a waiting game with us at this point.
And the idea that some people might have that you can shoot the tires out or something like that. Obviously, law enforcement has weaponry to defend themselves when their lives are in danger. Would that ever be an authorized use of a weapon?
That would be a very extreme situation because that would be a deadly force situation. And shooting a moving vehicle isn't quite as easy as it is on TV.
I'm being serious about that. I'm sure that there is some discussion about how they're going to handle this. I know that there's an airship over it besides us, and that they could actually keep following behind him and just it's called basically tracking mode. That's what they call it. Just kind of track this big rig to some point and maybe just recover the big rig. Sometimes if it is a stolen, that's a win. Somebody's going to get their truck back. If they get the bad guy, that's a double win. That's the big win. But right now their plan basically is what we see right there. Just kind of stay behind them.
45. Yeah, and we're back in the same spot. If you've been with us for a while, then you've seen the semi turn onto Commonwealth before. Hard to believe that they were just out because of social media and knew he was heading in that direction. So we could see there's some people out on the street there. This could be the same spot we were at before. Boy, they want to get out or they want to grab something from that vehicle or put something on top.
They grabbed something from the very top, I believe.
Oh my goodness, we never see this. That was a SWAT vehicle that just slammed into the semi on the side, came out of nowhere. We didn't even see that vehicle. We hadn't known it was here, and they came in and just slammed into the side of that semi with their armored vehicle. If he comes up behind him right now and he makes a turn, and he can tap him right in the rear of the vehicle, he could possibly get him to spin out.
Not entirely sure where this bearcat is from.
This is a stolen tractor. We know that there is a passenger inside there. We have been confirmed from the CHP
That vehicle right there is the
that there
undercover
is a
vehicle
passenger who's
passed
being
earlier.
held against their will. Now you're seeing
They know who this guy is.
They exactly.
They're saying, all right, enough is enough. We're going to end this on our terms. And, okay, there you go. Driving on the wrong side. He cut that corner.
At some point, we actually saw it on the wheels, but we also saw a trail behind it, like there it is. You can see right there where he made that turn. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely splashing. This other vehicle right here, that's probably going to be some other SWAT officers that are probably going to be there to assist as this thing definitely comes to an end.
Both of them are large, the big rig and the bearcat. So likely won't see a pit coming to a stop. Four-way stop here. No one else, cut through. And those unmarked vehicles still behind the bearcat.
Busy street,
Yep.
and it's going through a red light.
The
What do we got?
passenger opening
Doors
his
open.
door.
Was he going to jump out? What's the plan here? And of course, check out the
here we
get in
go.
front. Yep.
Blocking him in.
And there's some of the other SWAT team.
Wow.
Yep, just going to box him in.
This is the closest
I gotta wonder.
I've seen.
I gotta wonder if this thing just ran out of fuel or if he just kind of changed his mind.
You can see an officer that's through the top of that bearcat and has clear sight of the driver and giving commands, has that rifle drawn. You can see the canine off to the right side, ready to go if need be. And here comes the driver, door open. I do not see anything in the hands of either one of these men that are getting out of this truck. Okay, backing up. Looks like he's complying at this point. and this is likely going to come to an end here any second as he is being commanded to back up towards officers, and they're going to slap the cuffs on this guy here in just a quick second. K9 still on standby. They don't know what to... Ooh, okay, so down on the ground, guns drawn. Still don't know what's going to happen with the passenger.
You don't want to put officers in the line of fire. So now here he comes, and he's putting whatever that is on the ground. That might be what he picked up off of the roof of that vehicle.
I'm not quite sure, but we'll obviously keep looking at that video. But you can see now this person is certainly obeying the commands. When you have that many guns drawn at you, I think you're going to do exactly what you're told and not put up a fight. But we saw them. These suspects get very close to law enforcement, and then, you know, in a second we're going to see them push right in and put them right on the ground there.
Well, what was also very interesting to me, when you try to put yourself in the mind of these two people, when that SWAT vehicle pulled around in front and that officer had rifle trained right through that front windshield.